Oh, there you are. Hey, sports fans, Larry Eater, Run Blog Run. Conversations with Larry. What's the rant today, Larry? Streaming video. Okay. There's good streaming video and there is crap streaming video. Now, I'm going to not name crap streaming video, but I'm just going to tell you this. The best streaming I have ever seen, ever, was the 2-hour project back in 2017. I was in Doha. I stayed up the entire night and watched it off my iPhone 6 at the time. And I was tweeting comments about the race and the coverage. And I noticed things. One, the age of the viewer, and this was a global crew, about 14 to 25, half and half, male, female. Great comments, really inspired by Kipchoge. Didn't understand that it wasn't a real race, which is fine. We were bringing in new people. But Nike spent an estimated $30 million on putting together the streaming globally and making sure we had access to it. It was the best I have ever seen. I've never seen anything come near it since then. There was no breaks, and I was sitting in a hotel in Doha at 2:30 in the morning. I stayed up till 5:30 to watch it, and it was amazing. It also set a record for me for the most conversations and views in a tweet coverage of one event, 278,000. It was mind-boggling. Nike, when Nike does stuff right, they do stuff right. It was fantastic. I've seen a couple other really good ones. I got to tell you that the World Athletics, when they were doing the Facebook streamings for some of the track meets in 2019, it was fantastic. And again, younger audience. They were appealing to a younger audience. They were going to the people right where they needed to be. Nike did streaming around the NXN meet for years. And I remember them coming to us on my websites and us putting stuff up so people could watch the live event. And it was fantastic. And that's the way that it needs to be. My feeling about streaming video, and look, I love FlowTrack. I love Runner Space. They're needed. It's really, really important. I also think what Sound Running does and some of the Miles of Trials do, where they're taking money, they're charging $5.99 for a streaming, which is less than you pay for a deluxe burrito at Taco Bell, or one can of beer. They are giving it back to the athletes. I think that stuff's really cool. But my contrarian argument is this: we're at a place in track and field, especially in North America, where we've got the world champs in 2022. We've got the LA Olympics in 2028. We are not going to have a chance like this again in my lifetime, and the docs say I could live another 40 years. So anyway, the deal is that if you're going to do streaming video, do it well. If you're going to do a track meet, do it well. If you're going to televise a track meet, don't televise a crappy track meet. It takes us down. It takes us back several years. I recall a meet from a couple years ago on TV that was terrible. And that afternoon, I got calls from 3 potential sponsors who wanted to get involved in track and field. And they said it was more boring than golf. How can something be more boring than golf? I just don't understand it. So the idea is keeping a meet on time, as Steve Miller told us 40 years ago, going to a schedule, making sure athletes actually show up and compete in the events they're supposed to, promoting it a little bit. Promotion is not something you do the night before a meet. I know we've got digital stuff, but you know what? When you do stuff a week to 2 weeks before, oh my gosh, people remember it. We get it in their calendars. We do other things. We do photo galleries. There's all kinds of ways to promote things, all right? Biggest drawers that we have on RunBlogRun on social media, photo galleries, top 3 in each result. People love that. Nice quotes. Some pithy comment from me stirs it up every once in a while. Me putting in a wrong photo. I did something with an athlete a few weeks ago, and the athlete said, not me, and I had to correct it. People loved it. Who knows? And I get a kick out of it. But Getting back to streaming video, if you're going to do streaming video, do it well. Terrestrial TV is still the king, but streaming video is there. I watch Peacock all the time, and I love it. I think they're doing a great job on our track and field coverage. I enjoyed watching the Boston Marathon with no sound. It was totally weird. But then I also watched it with Paul Swangard and Kara Goucher, who I thought did fantastic jobs, as they always do. They should use Kara Goucher a lot more too, just so you know. But streaming video can be fantastic. If you're going to do it right. If you're going to do terrestrial TV, do it right. Get good announcing. You know, our man Lewis Johnson on the field does it great. Kara Goucher does it great. Des Linden's really doing well. Paul Swangard and Otto Bolden, love them. Tim Hutchings, I miss hearing his charm and grace. And I got to tell you, Steve Cram and Tim Hutchings just cracked me up. And more Americans should be able to see them as well, because there's a great sense of humor. The best, I think, ever was Cram, Paula Radcliffe, and Brendan Foster. Great combination for a long, long time. There's some other really great announcers out there that we grew up with, but we're in a different place right now. You know, it would be fun to have announcing a track meet, Jack Buck. That would be kind of a cool thing. But anyway, I have digressed. This is Conversations with Larry, and we were talking about streaming video. If you're going to do it right. And unless you're putting the money into the athlete's hands, do it for free so we can bring the numbers up. Please. This is Conversation with Larry. My topic today was streaming video, how to do it right, why it's important, but there's a right way and a wrong way to do it. Thanks again to our creative and production manager, Mike Deering with the Shoe Addicts. They manage our podcast. And run, jump, throw today. Tell someone you love them, and stay safe.